This is the story of how a single coin helped topple an empire. Stop scrolling if you love history, because I promise you've never heard this one before. Let's rewind to the Ottoman Empire in the late 1600s. At its peak, the Ottoman Empire was one of the greatest powers the world had ever seen, an intricate tapestry of trade, conquest, and culture. But even the mightiest empires have their weaknesses. Sometimes, all it takes to expose them is a mere coin. Sultan Ahmed II, the ruler of the empire during this episode, faced mounting pressures. Wars were depleting the treasury, and the economy was on the brink of collapse. In a desperate attempt to stabilize things, Ahmed's advisors got creative, or careless, depending on how you see it. They decided to mint a new coin called the zolm, which was supposed to be a lightweight silver coin. It was meant to ease trade and restore confidence in the empire's economy. Spoiler alert, it did the exact opposite. The problem was, the zolm wasn't pure silver. It had more copper than anyone was willing to admit. This wasn't just a case of creative accounting, it was flat-out fraud. The word zolm even turned into slang for injustice and corruption among everyday citizens. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just an economic blunder, it was a social powder keg. Traders, merchants, and workers started to revolt, refusing to accept the debased coin. Imagine trying to pay your rent in monopoly money. Now add the weight of an entire empire's economy crumbling on top of that. Chaos erupted in markets across Istanbul and beyond, as trust in the government's word, and more importantly, in its currency, disintegrated. But here's where the story gets even more fascinating. The Sultan's enemies, inside his very own court, wasted no time exploiting this public outrage. Ahmed's rivals began plotting and inciting further unrest among both the citizens and factions within the military, spreading whispers that the empire was being led into ruin. Meanwhile, other nations were watching with bated breath. From faraway kingdoms to nearby European states, they saw how vulnerable the empire had become, all thanks to this one little coin. This economic fragility gave people like the Habsburg dynasty a golden opportunity to chip away at Ottoman dominance. In the end, Sultan Ahmed II's reign didn't last long. The public revolts over the fraudulent zolm coin helped fuel his ousting within just 4 years. But the lessons didn't end with Ahmed. The zolm became a permanent symbol of betrayal, reminding generations that trust, whether in rulers, systems, or even something as small as a coin, is the foundation of power. Lose that trust, and you risk losing everything, even an empire. So, the next time someone hands you a coin with an unusual story, remember the zolm and how it unwittingly toppled one of the world's greatest powers. History, after all, is often written in the smallest details.